prior to AmeriPlan, my background is one of education. I taught school for 10 years, and then I founded an international health and nutrition company, Nature's Option. Got involved in AmeriPlan. We went to a big meeting in Detroit, and in the same row that I was sitting, it just so happened that my attorney was on one side and Debra was on the other side. And the company had this thing called Bloom Bucks, and they distribute Bloom Bucks. And so somehow or another, Deborah's Bloom Bucks disappeared, and she accused me of taking her Bloom Bucks. So we got off to a nice start. I thought I was gonna have to use my attorney that night.
He did take my Bloom Bucks. I was like, "Oh, you can have them. That's okay. You might need them." And I just went on. But I was very, and I forgot all about him, so he kept pursuing me. And then through one of our friends. So
it's not the dating game. We need all the answering drama.
Anyway, it was.
that started a beautiful relationship, and subsequently got married. Okay, and so we joined our forces together, and now here we are, Jerome and Debra Scott. We mainly were looking for some benefits for a couple of our part-time employees, and we ran across the 80% brochure. And after looking at the brochure, I was quite impressed, but I didn't have the time to do the proper due diligence. So I gave the entire packet to our corporate attorney, and he checked it out, and he was so impressed, he signed up his employees. And so that kind of got me thinking. I said, maybe we better take a really good look at this. So we flew out to Dallas to sort of kick the tires, so to say. Make a long story short, the more we looked at it, the more impressed we became. It was a sound company. And so looking at the powerful infrastructure they had in place, looking at the concept, and getting a chance to meet so many successful people in the lobby and all throughout the hotel from all walks of life, we made the decision that we were going to do it. So all three of us went back and we got busy. I think my first override check was about $30-some. And of course, that's not enough to think about quitting. But once you understand how the system works and how residual income is something that you earn over and over and over again, when you understand the power of getting paid a level commission where it renews itself at 100% each and every year, it didn't take long for me to figure out what could happen if we stayed the course. So we did stay the course, and then, like I said, in less than 2 years, we was at 6 figures, and then it just went up from there. I always tell people, if you can give this the same respect you give for someone else or another job, in a much shorter period of time, you can be much farther ahead of the game. Because with the powerful support material and the marketing system that AmeriPlan uses, if you become diligent and put in 2 to 10 hours a week minimum, you could be well on your way to financial independence in just a few short years. So I can look someone in the eye and say, you seriously should consider the AmeriPlan opportunity, because we've seen so much success, not just ours, but so many of our colleagues.
We have people from all walks of life. Actually, I found people that actually live in a corner of nowhere that I have never heard of before. And they are doing just great, because all they need to know is they want to change their life financially.
That was Jerome Scott. AmeriPlan is unlike any company I've been affiliated with. I can truly say that AmeriPlan is a company of integrity. You always say you can judge someone's integrity by what they do when they don't have to do it. But the same thing can be said about a company. And AmeriPlan has stepped up to the plate many, many times. We have a number of individuals in AmeriPlan that's doing very well, but for some reason or another have challenged credit reports and would have a hard time qualifying for a mortgage or even getting a car loan. AmeriPlan has stepped up to the plate by the power of this marketing system, the fact that the residual income is guaranteed. Many banking institutions would give you points for that, and people have been able to secure huge mortgages and get automobiles at decent interest rates. It's just really been a wonderful thing. I never dreamed that I could fax over an invoice for a brand new Bentley, and the response come back, say, just ask Jerome what he wants, we'll give him whatever he wants. The next thing I know, a few days later, a Bentley's in my garage. Now that's the power of having a company that's behind this force. We felt the same way. I know we both had family responsibilities. We look after our brothers and our sisters and our parents, and there's just so many things. There's 24 hours in a day. And I always say that the success that we enjoy in life is dependent upon the decisions we make in life. And anytime you come across a situation like AmeriPlan, where they can actually leverage off your time, because with that awesome marketing system they have, if you can put in just a few quality hours per week, that can be magnified into some very serious income. Just like with us, just like with thousands of people throughout the United States involved with AmeriPlan. It's the infrastructure that's in place that allows a person that doesn't have much time, but they're willing to give some quality time, we can take that and develop that into something that's absolutely phenomenal. In growing up, our family has always provided us with all the basics. But been exposed to many different things, going to college and everything, looking at TV, we know there's a big wide world out there and there's so much more. And we were taught that if we work hard and go to school and get a good job, we can experience some of these things. But the reality of the situation is, we observe most people living from paycheck to paycheck. You need something to help you get through that thing I call mediocrity. And AmeriPlan has proven to be the vehicle to help so many people go far and beyond just the average. And as the records say, ordinary doesn't count in this game. AmeriPlan allows us to live the American dream. With AmeriPlan, you can dream and not be disappointed.